Morning, everybody. We will begin today's session with a prayer. I request Gladzy to begin with the prayer.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। दूर ज्ञान के हो अंधेरे, तू हमें ज्ञान की रोशनी दे। हर बुराई से बचते रहे हम, जितनी भी दे भली जिंदगी दे। बैर होना किसी का किसी से, भावना मन में बदले की होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना।
Okay, thank you. So, in the last session, we were discussing the story, Ranga's marriage. We had begun the story. It is about, as the title indicates, it is about a boy who has gone to the village to pursue his higher studies. So, Ranga is the boy. He is the son of the village accountant who has gone to the city. Which city did he go? Which city did he go to for his studies? What was the name of that village?
Bangalore.
Yes, the city was Bangalore. And what was the name of the village?
City of Bangalore.
City of Bangalore, yes. From which village did he go? What was the village that is discussed in the story?
Hosali.
Hosagale. Yes, exactly. That is correct, Akshay. So, this is the village where people have not gone to the city for study. So, he is the first person. Ranga is the first person to go to the city for higher studies. And when he comes back, people are uh, crowding around his house to see what changes have happened to him. So, in the beginning, the narrator says that his ideas of marriage have changed. So, that is the theme of the story. But before we get into the story, the narrator discusses a lot of other things. So, when he begins the story, he starts talking about the title of the story, why he has given such a title. After talking about the title, he starts talking about the village, Hosahalli. So this is one of the peculiarities of the story that he has. There are three peculiarities which we discussed in the previous session. The first peculiarity is that it is the story is narrated in the form of a kind of dialogue between a conversation between the narrator and the listener. That is the first peculiarity of the story. The second peculiarity of the story is that there are a lot of digressions. That is, moving away from the main topic. That is called a digression. This is something which we find as a major second peculiarity of this story. That is, the narrator speaks about something, then he moves on to some other topic, then he moves on to some other topic. He very rarely comes to the central theme, that is the marriage of Ranga. So that is the second peculiarity of the story. And the third peculiarity of the story is that the narrator uses a lot of similes or comparisons. So these are the three peculiarities of the story. അതായത് വായനക്കാരനുമായി സംവദിക്കുന്ന രീതിയിലാണ് കഥ എഴുതിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഒന്ന്. രണ്ടാമത്, ഈ കഥയുടെ മുഖ്യ മായിട്ടുള്ള പ്രതിപാദ്യ വിഷയത്തിൽ നിന്ന് മാറി പല കാര്യങ്ങളും ഈ കഥാകൃത്ത് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കഥ പറയുന്ന ആൾ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. മൂന്നാമതായിട്ട് ഒരുപാട് ഉപമകൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ മൂന്ന് പ്രത്യേകതകളാണുള്ളത്. അത് നമ്മൾ തുടക്കത്തിൽ തന്നെ, ഈ കഥയുടെ തുടക്കത്തിൽ തന്നെ നമുക്കിതെല്ലാം കാണാൻ പറ്റും. So in the last class, we observed that the author or the narrator has a very high opinion of the village Hosahalli. As the name indicates, it seems to be a village from Karnataka. And the author is also a Kannada writer, because his name is Masti Venkatesha Iyengar. He is a very famous writer from Kannada who writes in English. So in the second or the third paragraph, he gives a very detailed description of the village Hosahalli. He says that it is such a beautiful village that we do not find them in the maps because the British people have not given importance to this village. And he compares others, the larger population, to a flock of sheep who blindly follow the leader. So sheep are like that. They just follow the sheep which is going in front. They do not have any, they do not think, it seems. So if the first sheep falls into a well or a pit, all the other sheep will also follow and fall into the same pit. So that is how human beings are. They have this flock tendency, that is the group tendency, that everybody thinks like the group. So that is why we do not progress, we do not understand things. That is what the narrator says. Then to tell about Hosahalli, he uses a beautiful comparison, a simile. He says that if Mysore, the state of Mysore, is a sweet in the festive meal, which is India, a large part. The meal is the large part. The food is the large part. In the food, the sweet is the most attractive thing. That is, Mysore is the most attractive thing. And in Mysore itself, a smaller part is the Hosahalli. So he compares Hosahalli to the sweet inside the sweetness, the sweet filling inside the larger sweet. So the sweet that he discusses is Karigadabu, which is a Kannada sweet, which is similar to our Kolkata. It has a sweet filling inside and a duff covering outside. So this duff covering outside is the uh, larger area of Mysore state, and the sweet filling inside is the Hosahalli, the village of Hosahalli. This is how the narrator describes this village. So we move on to that is where we stopped in the last class. Let us move on to the next paragraph. Kartika, please read that.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
you can read.
We have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us, and I will give you a raw mango from one of them. Do not eat it, just take a bite. The sourceness is sure to go straight to your Brahmanandara. I once took one such fruit home, and a chutney was made out of it. All of you ate it. The cough we suffered from after that, it was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit.
Yes. So in this paragraph, he talks about the mango trees in our village. So he is trying to project his village. The author, the narrator is trying to project his village as something very wonderful. So as an example, he used as the example of his mango tree, mango fruit in his village. It is he says that a raw mango from that mango tree, all those mango trees, they are very sour in taste. So just take a bite. You don't have to eat the whole mango. If you just take a bite of that mango, the sourness is pulipu. The sourness is sure to go straight to your Brahmarandra. Brahmarandra is part of the brain. The, so when you eat something and it directly affects the brain, it indicates that it is so powerful. So it is the part of the brain, part of the head. So here it is used as an idiomatic expression, ആലങ്കാരികമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പ്രയോഗം, to convey, to tell us the power of this sourness, to tell us the power of the extreme potency means the power, the effect of the sourness of this mango. That is, it is so sour that it will go straight to your brain. It will suddenly തലയ്ക്കൊരു പെരുക്കം വന്ന പോലെ തോന്നും. So that is what he is saying, that if you take a bite of this mango, you don't have to eat the entire mango. Even if you take just a bite of this mango, it is going to affect your entire brain. So that is what he says. So the sourness of this will go straight to our brain. So he narrates also one of his personal experiences, that he took one such a mango home, and then he made a chutney out of it. And after consuming that chutney, the cough that they suffered from was immense, very great. Cough, chamayan. So they had to take cough medicine after consuming this mango chutney. So that is then even the doctor told them about the special quality of the fruit. Even the doctor in the village is aware of how this mango is very special. So that sourness. So you will be interested in tasting this mango. So that is what the narrator is trying to do. He is trying to generate an interest in the audience for this village, Pasavali. So in this whole paragraph, he describes the mango tree and the mango fruit of his village. So he does not stop there. He continues with the description of the village. In the next paragraph, he describes other peculiarities of the village, and to, he invites the readers actually. He invites the readers to go and visit uh, this village. And he says that he will welcome us. It is a story, but it will feel that as if somebody is inviting us to visit their village. So that is the peculiarity of this story, that it is written. So this peculiarity we can always see in different parts of the story, that it is written in a kind of conversation, like an interaction by the narrator with the readers. Okay, Lakshmi, please read.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Just as the mango is special, so everything else around our village. We have a creeper growing in the ever so fine water of the village pond. It, its flowers are a
Feast.
feast to behold. Get two leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. You will say, I am rambling. It is always like that when the subject of our village comes up, but enough. If you one of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. I will let you know where Hosahali is and what things are like here. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it. Don't you agree?
Yes. So he says it is not just the mango that's special here. Not this is not a village which is special only for its mangoes. It is a village that is special for everything that is there. So everything in that village is special. So it is a very special village. So he says there is a creeper, Vallichedi. And he says that the water of the village pond is also so fine, so smooth, so nice water. And that creeper which is there in that water, the flowers are so beautiful. Feast to behold. Behold means to see. Kanuga. Behold. കാഴ്ചയ്ക്ക്. So feast to behold. Nayananandagaram. That is a feast is a sadhya. So when you see a feast, it gives you happiness, so much happiness. So a feast to behold means to see. So what are the other peculiarities of this creeper? The flowers of the creeper are beautiful. If you look at the leaves of the creeper, so large that you can have meals on that leaf. Like we use banana leaves in our land to have meals because they are very large. Similarly, the leaves of the creeper are so large that you can have your meals on that creeper. You will say that I am rambling. Rambling means talk without any purpose. Talking without any purpose is called rambling. വെറുതെ ഇങ്ങനെ സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നതാണ് rambling. So you may think that I am talking without any purpose. That is what he means when he says that. You may think that I am rambling. So he is talking about his experience. He says that this is not something that I am lying. This is the truth. You may think that I am rambling. Ramble means to talk without any purpose. Continuously talking. That is rambling. നിർത്താതെ സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നതാണ് rambling. So he says that I am speaking like this. It is about our village. അപ്പോൾ ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറയുമ്പോൾ കണ്ടില്ല അവർക്ക് നിർത്താൻ പറ്റില്ല പറയുമ്പോൾ 100 നാവാണെന്നൊക്കെ പറയും അതാണ്. So because if it is the topic is our village, so he is so passionate about the village. They are so passionate about their village that when the subject of the village comes up, they cannot stop talking. So when you are asked to speak about something which you are so interested in, then you don't have to search for words. You don't know how you speak. You continuously go on speaking on a topic which is so interesting to you. So that is how interesting topics generate so much discussion. So I am speaking like this because I am speaking about my village. Then he says, okay, but enough. Why enough? Because that is not our topic of discussion. Why does he say that? Our topic of discussion is Ranga's marriage. So he is going on digressing from the topic. So this is a we have to be familiar with digression and digress. Digress is a verb, and digression is the noun form. So he is digressing from the topic. He is moving away from the topic again and again, but he remembers at one point and he comes back. So that's why he says, but if. So he concludes by saying that, okay, I'll stop my discussion about the village here. But if you are interested, because I have said so much about the village, if you are interested, drop me a line. Drop me a line is a phrase which means to write a letter. എനിക്കൊരു വരി എഴുതിയാൽ മതി means to write a letter. So if anybody are interested in visiting this village, just write a letter to me. Drop me a line. So if you write a letter to me, I will arrange everything for you when you come here. I will tell you where Hosahalli is. Hosahalli നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ, അത് എവിടെയാണെന്നറിയില്ല. It is an imaginary village anyway. It is an imaginary village because this is a village in a story. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു വില്ലേജ് ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ കർണാടകയിൽ പോയാൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ലായിരിക്കും. But he says, because this is a story, he says, I will tell you where Hosahalli is because you don't know the place. So I will tell you how to reach this place. I will give you directions on how to reach this place. I will let you know. I will tell you where Hosahalli is and what things are like here. I'll tell you what the weather is like, or how you have to prepare when you come to this place, etc. All these details I'll tell you. If you are interested to come to this place, just write me a letter. So he says, however much I may talk about this village, എത്രത്തോളം ഞാൻ ഈ ഗ്രാമത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞാലും, unless you come and visit this place, you will not understand. Isn't it? The best way to visit, way to understand a place, the best way to know a place is to visit it. And he's asking, don't you agree? അപ്പം തന്നെ നമ്മൾ അറിയാതെ യെസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. So this is the kind of the first peculiarity of this story, that is written in the form of a dialogue between the writer and the narrator and the reader. So he is asking us the best way to getting to know a place is to visit it. Don't you agree? He is asking the reader. So we may think that now he is going to tell us about Ranga and his concept of marriage, but again he doesn't come to the topic. Again he digresses. So that is the next paragraph. He again digresses. In this paragraph, he talks about how the English language has started influencing the people. So that is the next paragraph. Megha, read that.
What I am going to tell you is something that happened 10 years ago. We, we did not have many people who knew English then. Our village account was the first one who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. It is different now. There are many who know English. During the holidays, you can across them on every street talking in English. Those days, we did not speak in English, nor did we bring in English words while talking.
While talking in Kannada.
While talking in Kannada,
What?
what has happened in disgraceful, believe me.
Yes. Okay. So he moves to a different topic now. He digresses now. He starts talking about something that happened 10 years ago. At that time, he says, we did not have, when he says he, it is about the people in the village. At that time, we did not have many people who knew English then. That is, in that village, there weren't many people who knew the English language. Because the first person to go to the city, because English is the language of the city at those days. Only now English has become so prevalent everywhere. So the village accountant was the first person who had some courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. So people were reluctant, people were hesitant to send their children to the city to study because they thought that they considered that sending people, our children to the city will destroy our culture. It may be true to some extent that having exposed to the city culture, uh, our traditional culture can be affected to some extent. So that is why people were reluctant in the village to send their children to the city to study. Only the village accountant were able to send his son to Bangalore. That is 10 years ago. It is 10 years ago, it's 9 years ago from now. 10 years ago from the time the story happened. So it's very long ago, maybe 40, 50 years ago. So it is different now. Now means again it is many years ago. There are many who know English. So when he is telling the story in the village now, many people know English. To what extent do they know English? That is what he describes. എത്രത്തോളം അവർക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് അറിയാം യു during the holidays, because it is holidays are the time when all these boys come back from their cities, from their schools, colleges, etc. So when they get relieved from the hostel and they come to their homes, those times you will see these boys standing in every corner of the street talking to each other in English. So that is how the picture of the village changes from a traditional village to a modern village which has some qualities of the city. So he says it was very strange. Why was it strange to have people talking in English? Why was it strange? The reason is that those days they never spoke in English. Speaking in English was considered to be bad because the regional language, the mother tongue, was considered superior, and therefore to speak in another tongue was considered to be destructive of our own culture. So therefore they never spoke in English. Not only that, they never brought in English words also while speaking in Kannada. So this is something which we notice very frequently nowadays, to bring in English words while speaking in the regional language. നമ്മൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോഴും പലപ്പോഴും ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വാക്കുകളൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ചേർത്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കും. So that is something which the narrator doesn't like. ഒരു ഭാഷ ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ വേറൊരു ഭാഷയിലെ വാക്കുകൾ അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ചേർത്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് is something disgraceful. He says അത് നാണക്കേടാണെന്ന്. ഒരു ഭാഷ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ മലയാളം സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഒരുപാട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വാക്കുകൾ ചേർത്ത് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് മോശമാണ്. He says that it is disgraceful. What has happened is disgraceful, believe me. So he gives to give an example of how this is disgraceful. He tells us an experience he had, which describes how the language has disintegrated. ഭാഷയ്ക്ക് എത്രത്തോളം കുഴപ്പങ്ങൾ സംഭവിച്ചു, അതായത് മാതൃഭാഷയ്ക്ക് കന്നഡയ്ക്ക് എത്രത്തോളം കുഴപ്പങ്ങൾ സംഭവിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു ഉദാഹരണമാണ് അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നത്. So that is the next part of this paragraph, where he narrates how the language is getting disintegrated because of the influence.
ഹലോ സാർ, എന്നെയാണ് വിളിച്ചത്?
Yes, great.
The other day, I was in The other day I was in Ramarao house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Ramarao's son come out to
Veraga,
എന്താ sir?
firewood, Veragana, okay. Veragana, Verag, firewood.
Uh, come out to pay for it. He
Oh, yes.
asked the woman, him, how much should I give you? 4 pies. She said. The boy told her he did not have any change and asked her to come the next morning. The poor woman did not understand the English word change and went away muttering to herself. I too did not know. Later, when I went to Ranga's house and asked him, I understood what it meant.
Okay, this paragraph describes how using English words with our mother tongue can create confusion in listeners. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ളത് ചേഞ്ച് എന്നുള്ള വാക്കാണ്. നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നതാണ് ചേഞ്ച് എന്നുള്ള വാക്ക്, ചില്ലറ എന്നുള്ളതിന് ചേഞ്ച് എന്നുള്ള വാക്ക്. സോ an old woman had brought firewood uh, to sell to Ramrao's house, and the boy asked him, that is Ramrao's son, came and asked him, how much should I give you? So she said 4 paise, 4 paisa. But the boy said that he did not have any change. കന്നഡയിലാണ് പറയുന്നത് ചേഞ്ച് ഇല്ല എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഇല്ല എന്നുള്ളത് മനസ്സിലാവുമായി ഈ സ്ത്രീക്ക്. പക്ഷേ ഈ ചേഞ്ച് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയില്ല. കാരണം ഒരു വാക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷും ഒരു വാക്ക് കന്നഡയുമാണ്. അപ്പം ഈ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വാക്ക് ഈ സ്ത്രീക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് അവർ പിറുപിറുത്തുകൊണ്ട് തിരിച്ചു പോകും. ഇത് ഇല്ല എന്ന് മാത്രമേ കേട്ടുള്ളൂ, പൈസ തരില്ല എന്നാണോ എന്താണെന്നും അവർക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകുന്നില്ല. സോ ഷീ ഡസൻ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്. So this is the confusion that is created by the use of English word along with the Kannada language. So she goes away muttering to herself. And the narrator, this is very interesting. The narrator says, I too did not know. എനിക്കും മനസ്സിലായില്ല. ഞാൻ അവിടെ നിൽപ്പുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായില്ല ഈ പയ്യൻ എന്താണ് ചേഞ്ച് ഇല്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ. ഈ ചേഞ്ച് എന്താണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു. കാരണം I am also not educated in the city. I also don't know English. Only when I went to Ranga's house, only when I asked Ranga, then I understood the meaning of what changes. അപ്പോഴാണ് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായത് ചേഞ്ച് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചില്ലറയാണെന്ന്. So this is how he explains the manner in which the use of English along with Kannada can have a negative effect. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഭാഷയുടെ കൂടെ വേറൊരു ഭാഷ ചേർത്ത് ഉപയോഗിച്ചാൽ വരുന്ന അപകടത്തെക്കുറിച്ചാണ് ഈ കഥാകൃത്ത് ഈ ഭാഗത്ത് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, so he is still not come to the topic. Look at that. First he started talking about the title, then he started talking about the village, now he is talking about language. കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഭാഷയെക്കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോൾ he starts telling about how mixing a language can cause problems. So again he tries to come back to the topic of Ranga, and in this paragraph he describes the situation when Ranga to his village. So what happens when Ranga returns to the village? How the people in the village respond when Ranga returns to the village. Nivedita.
Yes, sir. The other day I was in Ramarao. Sir,
Highlight ചെയ്തു വായിക്കും.
this priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorstep and announcing, "The announcement son has come." The boy, who who had gone
Accountants.
accountant's son has come.
Accountants.
The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here, it seems, and come, Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look.
Yes. So this priceless commodity. അപ്പോൾ പ്രൈസ്ലെസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വില മതിക്കാനാവാത്തതെന്നാണ്, വിലയില്ലാത്തതെന്നല്ല. പ്രൈസ്ലെസ്, നമ്മൾ യൂസ്ലെസ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന പോലെ അല്ല. പ്രൈസ്ലെസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പ്രഷ്യസ്, സംതിങ് ഓഫ് വിച്ച് യു കനോട്ട് മെഷർ ദ പ്രൈസ് ഓഫ്. സോ പ്രഷ്യസ്, വില മതിക്കാനാവാത്തതാണ് പ്രൈസ്ലെസ്. കമോഡിറ്റി, വസ്തു. So a price is a thing of immense value, great value. What is the thing of immense value? What is the thing of great value today? ഇന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പ്രാധാന്യമുള്ളത് ഭാഷയെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ലാംഗ്വേജ്. ബിക്കോസ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ കറൻസി വിച്ച് യു ക്യാൻ ടേക്ക് യു എനിവെയർ ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ്. ഇഫ് യു ഹാവ് ദ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് വിത്ത് യു, യു ക്യാൻ ഗോ എനിവെയർ ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ഗ്ലോബൽ ലാംഗ്വേജ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ദ ലാർജസ്റ്റ് സ്പോക്കൺ ലാംഗ്വേജ് ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ്. ലോകത്തിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പേര് സംസാരിക്കുന്ന ഭാഷയൊന്നുമല്ല, പക്ഷേ ലോകത്തിൽ ഒരുപാട് സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്ന ഭാഷയാണ്. Therefore, it is called a global language. Because it is a global language, it is today a priceless commodity. അപ്പോൾ ആദ്യകാലത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കുന്നതിനോട് വിരോധവും ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഭാഷയോട് ഒരു വിരക്തിയുമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിലും അതൊക്കെ ഇന്നത്തെ പ്രത്യേക സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. കാരണം ഒരു ലോക ഭാഷയായിട്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പരിണമിച്ചത് കൊണ്ടാണ്. So this language has now become a priceless commodity. He says that it was not so widespread. It was not so popular in our village a decade ago. How much is a decade? Decade എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എത്രയാണ്? What is a decade? Yes, 10 years, 10 വർഷമാണ് ഡെക്കേഡ്. ദശകം, ഒരു ദശകം മുമ്പ്, 10 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ഡെക്കേഡ്. സോ ഒരു 10 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എന്ന ഭാഷ അത്ര പോപ്പുലർ ആയിരുന്നില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അന്ന് when Ranga comes home, it becomes a great event. So when a boy from the village, when nobody from the village goes out, so when somebody from the village goes out and comes back, it becomes a great event. ഇപ്പൊ ഇന്ന് ഒരു നഗരത്തിൽ പോയി ഒരാൾ പഠിക്കാൻ പോയി തിരിച്ചു വന്ന് ആരെങ്കിലും തിരിഞ്ഞു നോക്കും? നഗരത്തിൽ നിന്നല്ല, പണ്ടൊക്കെ ഗൾഫിൽ പോയി വന്ന വലിയ ആൾക്കാർ വന്ന് ചോദിക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ ആരും എവിടെ പോയാലും ആരും മുൻ അന്വേഷിക്കാത്ത അവസ്ഥയാണ്. കാരണം these things have become so common. When any activity becomes common, people will not have any interest for it. So in those days, it was not very common. It was not widespread. So that is what is meant by widespread, means common. It was not so common in those days. When Ranga comes home, it is a great event because he is a person who knows English. അപ്പോൾ നാട്ടുകാർക്കൊന്നും ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് അറിയാത്തപ്പോൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് അറിയുന്ന രംഗ becomes something very special in the village. So people started rushing to his house. ഏത് സിനിമാ നടൻ വന്നാൽ കാണാൻ പോകുന്ന പോലെ. സിനിമാ നടൻ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഫിലിം സ്റ്റാറൊക്കെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മളവിടെ ആകെ തിരക്ക് കാണില്ലേ? ഇപ്പം മമ്മൂട്ടി, മോഹൻലാൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനത്തെ നായകന്മാരൊക്കെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആളുകളൊക്കെ കൂടി തടിച്ചു കൂടുന്നത് പോലെ പീപ്പിൾ ആർ റഷിങ് ടു ദ ഹൗസ് ഓഫ് രംഗ. വാട്ട് ആർ ദേ സീയിങ്? ദേ മമ്മൂട്ടി വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മോഹൻലാൽ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന പോലെ അക്കൗണ്ടന്റ് സൺ ഹാസ് കം. കാരണം ബൈ ദ അക്കൗണ്ടന്റ് സൺ ഹാസ് ഗോൺ ടു ദ സിറ്റി. സോ ഹി ഹാസ് കം ഫ്രം ദ സിറ്റി. ആ ബാംഗ്ലൂർ പോയ കുട്ടിയെ, ബാംഗ്ലൂർ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ സംതിങ് ലൈക്ക് ഗോയിങ് ടു ദ മൂൺ ഇൻ ദോസ് ഡേയ്സ്. അപ്പൊ അന്നൊക്കെ ചന്ദ്രനിൽ പോയ പോലെയാണ് ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ പോയി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്. സോ ഹി ഹാസ് ഗോൺ ടു ദ ബാംഗ്ലൂർ ഫോർ ഹിസ് സ്റ്റഡീസ് ആൻഡ് ഹി ഹാസ് കം ബാക്ക്. സോ രംഗ ഈസ് ഹിയർ, ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ ആൻഡ് ഹാവ് എ ലുക്ക്. അപ്പൊ അവൻ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. Let us have a look at him. Let us see what changes have happened to this boy. Well, so people are all crowding around. They are trying to see what are the changes that have happened to Ranga. And they will discover that there are not many external changes. So after finding that, after seeing this boy, after interacting with this boy, they understand that city does not do so much damage as they had anticipated. So this is how the story progresses. We are still almost, we are not yet reached even the middle of the story. So this is how the story progresses. The author is digressing a lot. He is moving away from the main topic. He started talking about the title. So this is how the digression progress. He started talking about the title, then he started talking about the village, then he started talking about the peculiarities in the village. There's the mango, the creeper. Then he started talking about how language has changed in the village. And now he is talking, and now he is slowly coming to Ranga, where people have come to see Ranga, who has returned from Bangalore. We will conclude for today, but I want to make an important announcement. I had sent a message regarding registration for internships through Internshala. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ലിങ്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിലേക്കൊക്കെ അയച്ചിരുന്നു. It is actually a government project funded by AICTE, the All India Council for Technical Education. So I had sent a link, actually many links for registering for internships as well as for online trainings. So I'll request you all to create a click that link and create a login username and password so that you can continuously access these things. It is very beneficial. So what are the benefits? You get free training on different topics of your choice. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കാം ഏത് വിഷയത്തിലൊക്കെ ട്രെയിനിങ് വേണമെന്നുള്ളത്. It is all offered free of cost by the government. And other than that, you can also do some work on your own and earn money during this lockdown period. So we don't have classes in the afternoon. Your classes have been so designed that you will be free by 1 o'clock or 1:30. രാവിലെ 8 മണിക്ക് ക്ലാസ് തുടങ്ങി 1 മണി 1:30 കൂടി നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ്സുകളെല്ലാം അവസാനിക്കും. So in the afternoon you are entirely free. That time you can do work not by going outside, by sitting at home. So there are many job. This is only for students. Only for students who are pursuing their diploma or degree courses. So along with your diploma, you can earn money sitting and doing work from your home. നല്ല ജോലി ഉണ്ട്, വർക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. വർക്ക് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ you can earn some money which will support you for your studies. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ബുക്സ് വാങ്ങിക്കാനും ഈ മൊബൈലിൻ്റെ ഡേറ്റ റീചാർജിനും എല്ലാത്തിനും യൂസ് ചെയ്യാവുന്ന രീതിയിൽ you can earn some money and you can become independent from your parents, not to create trouble for them by asking for money every now and then. You can become independent. So you can work while you earn. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു പോളിസി. ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പിൻ്റെ ഒരു മേജർ quality is that you can earn while you study. So work while you study is the method by which we have even designed this timetable. So if you have any questions on this, I can help you. So it is a portal of AICTE. It is called Internshala. So how many of you have registered? എത്ര പേര് രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്?
ഞാൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് സർ. ഐശ്വര്യ സിയ.
ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ അത് എല്ലാവരും ചെയ്യണം. I'll show you this. So this is the site internshala.com. You have online trainings here. You have internships also here. So what you have to do is you have to log in. If you haven't registered, first you have to click on register as a student and then log in. And once you log in, you can find a lot of opportunities. I have sent you links of free trainings. ഇതിലുള്ള എല്ലാ ട്രെയിനിങ്സും ഫ്രീ അല്ല. students, for diploma candidates, there are some trainings which are offered free specifically for us, the link of which I have sent you. Okay. Gladly, you may have to register it again, because when you were in school, the registration might be different. Try to log in with the same email and password, but maybe you may have to enter your present student details also. So if you had registered it, try to log in with that same registration. But click on the links that I gave you, so that it will take you directly to the free trainings that the Internshala offers. Not only free trainings and free things also there. That is, you can work and earn money. So I request everybody to do this. I think we'll end with that. Any questions? Any doubts or questions on this? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, we will conclude for today. We will continue with the same story